Anti-Afro Svengalis, this is a safety alert. I owe it to everyone to give you this warning. But first, I want you to hear what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to address this. So check this out. Then I'm going to return for the safety alert. Just hold on.
All because of fucking Umar, man. Look, man, I'm gonna say this, man. Look, the sector is supposed to be fun. The sector is supposed to be entertaining. The sector is supposed to, have education. You can learn. It should be a place where you can do a lot of things. But one thing I'm not trying to do, I don't want to see people losing their jobs. People coming after Carrie Anne. I don't want to see people coming after nobody. I don't want to see nobody coming after Shaquem. I don't want to see nobody coming after Binary for his job.
So back to the safety alert. I owe it to everyone to give you this warning. If you ever considered dealing with Dumpsey face to face in response to his threats of violence, this is Dempsey Spears, the Medicare defrauder who's been disciplined for stealing money from the feds, who's married to a convicted child abuser who he allowed to work in his office, violating even more laws. He has made multiple threats to multiple people, saying he's going to swing on them, he's going to meet them, drop your address, or it's a setup. Why am I saying this? Because of what's coming out of his face. I wouldn't even dare to post it because it's disgusting. You risk very serious injury, even coming anywhere near Dumpsey. And that is based on what is coming out of his face. I'm not going to show that disgusting picture. It is so gross. The nerve of him to sit here and pass judgment on anyone's physical appearance. It's proof positive no woman is living in his home, because there is no woman that would allow any dude to walk out of the house looking like that and to talk shit about anyone else's appearance. What is coming out of his face? If you even try to defend yourself, you risk shearing off your knuckles, because it's that disgusting and just razor wiry. It's just gross, people. Disgusting. He doesn't know how to shave his own. He doesn't know how to trim his own beard. Why in the hell would somebody walk around like that? And here is the really zany part about it. Instead of going to a barber, he spends nearly an hour. It says, I think, 56 minutes on the bottom, on a live stream talking shit about me, talking about Rev G, and of course, talking about Rev G's wife. I understand why you would talk about Rev G's wife. She's not a convicted child abuser. But it's even more disgusting that even a convicted child abuser wants nothing to do with Dumpsey. He's sitting up there talking about my son, I, me, no we, no my wife is here, not we are going here, not us. It's only I and only me. Even a convicted child abuser wants nothing to do with him. And he's up here talking on live stream, talking about dungeons. Are you serious? The only thing back at that motel is an inflatable blow-up doll. There is no wife anywhere on the scene. Doesn't want anything to do with Dumpsey. So what does he do? He starts talking about other wives and girlfriends who are actually either living with their men or in daily contact. And that is what he hates most of all. He doesn't have a woman. He doesn't even have a woman on YouTube. Tiff P figured it out that he was full of shit. He was lying about the money. He doesn't have any money. He's got an $133,000 tax lien. That is what Dumpsey has. He's married to a convicted child abuser, and they are underwater with that house. So if they got a divorce, they both would be worse off. They're still liable for that $133,000 federal tax lien. And he's running around saying he has money. he posted some car and stood in front of the license plate. The license plate numbers were not even going to be on there if it's a new car. What a dumbass. There's a license plate on that car because it's a demo, it's a rental car. And if he showed anything else about that car, we could identify it's a rental car or a temporary leased car or his car with the boat size steering wheel was being repaired and they let him drive a different car. That's what happened. He didn't buy a new car with a $133,000 tax lien. If he did, the feds are going to find out about it. And he wouldn't pay cash anyway. He's such a liar. He needs to come onto YouTube to try to prove what to you all? That he's a fool? And I'm going to tell you how he's a fool. He's trying to downplay the fact that I have another interview next week, a formal interview next week regarding a complaint I filed. Let's go back a few minutes to the clip that you heard. I don't give a bird's turd about Carrie Anne as far as what potential or actual consequences befall her based on her out of control conduct that she's displayed here on YouTube. And any person rocking with garden variety common sense knows Dumpsey doesn't give a damn either. I mean, imagine. I certainly can't, but there are subjects around here who do this. Somebody has come for your literal existence and you run back and get up under them. You ain't never in your life seen me participate in any such conduct. The degree to which Dumpsey attacks and verbally abuses and sexually harasses every single female, it doesn't even matter. Breaking the Culture of Silence was on a live stream, didn't say shit about this loser. He came away and started sexually harassing her. We have the videos that you pulled them down. If you weren't sexually harassing Breaking the Culture of Silence, why did you yank the videos down? Because you know you were sexually harassing her. He does this to every single woman. I don't want to sell his atrocities short. He also sexually harasses men, primarily Rev G. And essentially every other man who doesn't give him what he thinks he deserves. He starts talking about their sexual prowess with their wives and girlfriends, talking about their penises and testicles and goo and all this. He is disgusting when it comes to sexually harassing people and has the nerve to sit here and run lies that I sexually harass someone, which is slanderous. He is the most disgusting, vile vermin in and around these Umar Johnson parts. He is the one who embodies Umar Johnson's most decrepit, depraved, macabre conduct, and he paid Umar Johnson for it over $10,000. I don't want to drift too far off because we were talking about Dumpsey trying to perp as if he cares about Carrie Anne. I don't give a damn about Carrie Anne. Never have, never will. You care just as much about Carrie Anne as you did your 5-year-old daughter. You don't give a damn about any Carrie Anne. Not the videos that you posted, the ones that contributed to Dumpsey getting contracts pulled in 2 counties, Galveston County and Harris County. They pulled your contract because you're unfit to work with men who've been arrested and been ordered into treatment for domestic violence offenses. You're not qualified to provide those services. And if I find out you are providing those services or advertising for those services, I'm going to report you. You are unfit in every respect. You're up here threatening people with violence, and you're up here telling the world that you're qualified to serve people, whether they have been on the receiving end or whether they're in the justice system or independently. He is unqualified, and you think you can stand here and judge everybody about every aspect of their lives. As far as FUB, listen to this fool. Who was he paying? He was paying him to attack people, to file false complaints. And that went to hell in a handbasket because all the money he paid had no impact. It boomeranged back into Dumpsey's face. And I think actually the most disgusting aspect of you attempting to exploit Fub is revealed by you not giving a damn about the fact that he's absconded from probation. If you actually cared about somebody, there'd be no way in hell that you allow a person to exist like that, with warrant out for his arrest, absconded from probation, up here on YouTube harassing people, and you say you don't want whatever to happen to him. You don't give a damn about that dude. Your video clips about Fub were included in the 33-minute complaint video. Yes, you were disciplined. You lost contracts because you were talking shit about Fub. You were gay bashing Fub. You're gay bashing other people. That's one of the reasons why you lost contracts into counties. If he cared, he would conduct an intervention to get Fub to turn himself in to probation. You don't give a shit about anybody. You don't care about binary either. It is not about the target of the offending behavior. If the person perpetrating the offending behavior is putting him or herself at risk, if you cared, you'd say something. You never told binary to stop. In fact, you piled on, you even paid for a tax. This was fun for you because it was other black folks. You didn't care about binary then. You don't care now. You never will. You're only trying to save your own ass and try to get people to go along with you to make it acceptable and continuing sport to attack other black folks without consequence. That's Dumpsey's goal because he wants to be able to have an environment where he can pretend that he's something he never has been and never will be, like someone of importance. I'm a Godfather title. It's just a joke. No, he has internalized that because he has never been seen as anyone important. You are not important if you can't even protect your own child. You are useless. He's really butthurt because he's going to Craigslist looking for women. What dude goes to Craigslist looking for women? And you think that breaking the culture of silence wants anything to do with your sorry ass? Yes, he's bringing up breaking the culture of silence again, just like you did on those videos that you deleted. But that's okay because those videos were included in the 33-minute complaint as well. That yanked your contract already, your 2 contracts from the county. So he has breaking the culture of silence's name in his mouth again, talking about dominatrix. And the other woman who said she was a dominatrix doesn't want anything to do with you either. If she really was a dominatrix and heard you talking about another dominatrix, she would cut your ass off. Maybe somebody gave her information, and that's why she won't have anything else to do with you. That's why you're harassing, breaking the culture of silence, because she knows you're a dusty lowlife who sits here and brags about having shit that you don't have. He said he couldn't afford something in New York. Of course you can't. You got a $133,000 tax lien. You envy everybody that has any semblance of normalcy in their life because you don't. You were married to a convicted child abuser and you're paying for a 2-bedroom apartment, and you know there's other dudes going over there because you can't do anything to help the situation out. She's not living with you. That's why you're so mad. That's why you're harassing everybody who has boyfriends and girlfriends or spouses or who don't tell you their business. He wants information so he can try and spread it around. And when he doesn't get the information, he makes up all types of lies. Always talking about people are gay. The person who keeps talking about whether somebody is gay, you got the issue. You're the one that's interested in gay men. And you're angry towards women because they won't help you perpetrate a fraud to try to pull off that's who you really want. That's why you keep attacking, breaking the culture of silence. Because she doesn't want anything to do with you. You're a lowlife. You're an abuser. Who in the hell is going to jump up and doesn't even know a woman and start calling her all kinds of names and sluts and whores and stuff? You. Because you know you're going to be rejected in your mind, so you're going to go ahead and start attacking the woman, saying you don't want her. You are a liar because you left sexually related messages to her. We captured those messages, those screenshots, and you sit here and try to lie and say that somebody, what do you call it? Not doxed, stole the account, made up a fake avatar. You mean like you used to do with me? Like you used to have somebody put a fake AAS in your chat? Why the hell would I go over to that idiot's channel and participate? You've got to be, you must think I'm like you. You're a glutton for punishment. You are married to a convicted child abuser, and you felt you had no option other than to let her work in your office. Listen, people, I want to go on and talk to you about the complaint. I'm not going to give too much detail, but I filed another complaint against Dumpsey. As long as you continue to harass me and my friends, I'm going to file complaints on you. In fact, if you say anything derogatory towards an enemy, I'm going to report you, just like I did when you harassed Carrie Anne and when you harassed, let me see your handcuffs. I'm going to report you for that too. See, I'm going to get a benefit out of it. You're going to be put under inquisition, just like you were before. He's such a liar, like he has control. No, he signs contracts like the rest of us do, who are independent. And if you don't fulfill those contract requirements, you're out of here, which is why he had several contracts that were canceled because they found out what he was up to on YouTube. He's been disciplined for his YouTube behavior. He has been formally disciplined for stealing Medicare. And now he's up here in New York, running around looking wild as, oh my goodness. You can't even shave. Do you know how to shave? Did anyone ever teach you? And the way you're dressed? I mean, it's just, and talking about other people, that's the thing that's galling. I wouldn't care if somebody had clothes torn and tattered. They're not messing with anybody. He's up here looking like a New York City bum, and he's up here passing judgment on everybody and can't keep everyone else's name out of his mouth. But you can continue to put our name in your mouth. I'm going to continue to file these complaints. I got a whole list here. I'm going down the line. It's not going to cause me any fret, any worry. I'm going to encourage other people to also file who have registered objections to your harassment of them, including breaking the culture of silence, which she's going to do anyway. Don't worry about when breaking the culture of silence is going to file on your ass. And when she does, she'll have plenty to say based on your sexual, right? Do you understand me? Sexual harassment. Sue me. Sue me for saying you are sexually harassing multiple people. Sue me, take me to court. We have all the evidence, and you pulling down live streams isn't helping. I'm going to keep on filing complaints. I'm not going to grow tired. I'm not going to go weary. I'm highly motivated. I'm determined. You are going to be answering to these white folks, thinking you can run up here and harass black people and think that you're going to put some code on us. What obligation do we have to this freak, this thirsty freak who is angry at all the brothers who have women? You don't have a woman. You have a convicted child abuser who doesn't even want you either. People, you know I have much more coming your way. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.